So I got a couple tomatoes ready to go. Filling up wicking beds. Squirrels got a hold of these. They decided they didn't like it, which is good. I'm gonna have to cut this back a little bit. Look at these Jimmy Nardellos. It's crazy, isn't it? Blackberries are looking good. Tomato plant's going nuts. Eggplant, that's a Black Beauty. Oh, that's interesting. All right, we got our first tomato of the year. Good morning, folks. Today we're going to be planting Stevens poblanos. I'm going to have to move that parsley. It's getting shaded out. Rogue potatoes. I think I'll hook up the drip line too. Okay, let's get these poblanos in. Alright folks, I didn't film it because it would have taken me longer to film it than it would have actually do the job. I pulled this out, I don't know where it came from. I dug all this out, found all kinds of potatoes in there. They were deep. So I just threw everything back in. So I put another valve and a line on here. And I put a piece of PVC here to protect the line, and so I know what's in there. And they both have a shut off. That feeds everything over there. And the brown one feeds this bed. Okay, I lost almost all my apples. There's a couple that are hanging on. This tree has none. This tree is struggling. I don't know why. Looks like my pear tree came back. I'm training this over here because I lost this one here. So this comes from all the way up here. Grapes are kicking butt. Look at this. These are Concords. Hopefully I'll make jam out of them. These are, I forget what these are called. They're kicking butt too. These tomatoes are looking good. I may save seeds from these tomatoes. That bok choy's got to come out. Let's get on the seed. Yeah, I'll take all that bok choy out, compost it, parsley, basil. Gotta pinch these guys off. They go on the seed, so don't want them to flower. I could harvest some seeds from this too. Chives. This plant is going nuts. So you get a red habanero. I got some forming over here too. There we go. I got some big beefs coming up. All right, working on some biochar. cow lilies are coming in nice. Pick some Hungarian wax for pickling. Okay, we have to get some of these here. Gonna get the heads off of these. This, I think I lost the seeds already. We'll have to see. There's only a couple in there. I'll get as many as I can. There's some in there. I gotta trim off these flowers for me. These are peppers. I did harvest one. Look at this cluster. Jalapenos, I'm waiting for them to turn red. The Jimmy Nardellas starting to turn. More green peppers. We'll be making some pepper steak this week probably. Here's one with sun scald. That's why you leave some leaves on. You don't want to thin out the leaves too much. And this is my monster dill. It's crazy. I'm going to leave these for the pollinators. I think that's catnip. This thing got crazy. Grapes are doing well. Finally got one of my water lilies popped. Yeah, I knew something was wrong with this Hungarian wax from the beginning. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's been struggling since I put it in. I don't know if there's something in the soil. And tiger lilies popped. So that rogue plant turned out to be, I think these are wild sunflowers that I planted out front. These are my potatoes. Crazy dill. More dill. Potatoes are actually getting flowers. Cucumbers. Parsley. More dill. I like planting a lot of extra dill for the butterflies, but I haven't seen any. We'll be picking this for dinner. Black Beauty. And we got an Amadeo here. The eggplant I picked earlier was from this plant. I think that I am going to start a cover crop in here. Alright, these are red habaneros. These will all be for pepper sauce. They're big beefs. I don't see anything red yet. And we're going to be cleaning that area up and putting a cover crop in. Alright, today we're going to be mixing up a cover crop. I'm going to get back to doing more cover cropping in my garden. Well, what we're going to do is we have a mix. We have 4 seed packets that came in. I'm still waiting for a 5th, but I'm going to add that later. For right now, I just want to do a couple of the beds real quick and see how it comes out. So for our mix, I'll post that up right here. But in any case, let's get this going. We have a winter rye, oats, hairy vetch, crimson clover. Our 5th one is winter peas, but I don't have them in yet. So I'm just going to mix together the oats, the rye, the hairy vetch, and the crimson clover. Okay, let's start with our crimson clover. So the crimson clover is going to be 20%. So this could be 2 parts. 1 part. 2 parts. I'm only filling it up to there. Get it out of our way. And our oats is going to be 10%. Which is going to be 1 part. 1 part of oats. Then we're going to be doing our hairy vetch, which is 15%, 1.5 cups, 1.5 parts. Ooh. So we're just going to fill that way up. Then our winter rye, we're going to be doing 1.5 cups or 1.5 parts, which is 1.5 cups or 15%. I'm going to find a safe place to put these because I do not want mice to get into this. We're just going to throw that right at the top. And this is our mix. Should use a bigger container. Ooh boy. So I'm going to mix that up. Of course, it's not going to mix properly, but so I'm going to pour it out in here and make sure we can mix it pretty good. There we go. Get our cover crop in here. Bunch of parsley in there, but still is finally paying off. Okay, let's do some stuff up on the hill. I'm going to cover crop a little bit in here. Oh, we're getting a little growth out of our spaghetti squash. The end of the season, I'll pull this up, probably cut this stuff back early, and then cover crop that. Let's water everything in. Alright, you got some Primark Freedoms coming up. I ripped one out over here. I didn't know what it was. But if we get enough of them, I'll move them down the other end. Got another eggplant in there. Alright, so we got another Amadeo. It's getting there. And one behind it. And then we have a nice Amadeo here. It's like something took a bite out of. Okay, so this is eggplant from the garden. Laura fried up.
Made it from the garden.
And basil and tomato. Didn't grill the mozzarella.
Yeah, maybe we should have left your basil off.
Alrighty. Got my winter peas in, so I can add them to our mix. Plus, I'm gonna throw a handful outside. Okay, let's add some of our peas. Then I'm gonna grab a couple handfuls and put them out where I already started my cover crops. All right, let's head outside. Excuse the workshop. I'm in the middle of like 3 projects. And it's hot out, folks. Breaking 100 degrees today again. So here's what I got. You see I got some stuff coming up. Should probably cover that. See, the problem now is I can't really work it in. So hopefully some will take. And then I got some up here. Okay, let's water that in real well. Okay, let's check out our eggplants. Oh yeah, you gotta come out. You gotta come out, buddy. Oh man, look at that. That's horrible. Oh well, I don't know if that was brought on by sun scald or what. Let's check out our other eggplants. We got one there. Got one there. Got one hiding back there. Oh well, shame that one's bad. Alright, I'm gonna grab some green peppers for a pepper steak. We'll be making for dinner at Mom's tomorrow. This one's starting to get a little sun scald. It's still good. There's a couple more. I may leave these. Jimmy's are getting there. Okay, let's get this pepper steak going. We're gonna do this quick. pepper steak. Got some crazy fungus growing here. But the cover crop is coming up. Finally getting a red. This is from my Rutgers tomato plants. I'll probably pull that before the squirrels get it.